Anime Champion Simulator is coming back to Roblox and it's gonna be insane. It's no secret that currently Anime Champion Simulator has been dying. I mean, if you just look at the numbers, you will see that currently there is under 3,000 players who are actively playing the game. You know, and there is a lot of reasons why that is, but you can check out this video here on screen if you want to go over why the majority of ACS players quit. But to sum it up, basically the game hasn't been receiving updates, and the updates that they have been adding have been pretty dry, and there hasn't been much to grind for, which is why majority of the players ended up quitting because they were disappointed with the updates. However, basically after weeks of no confirmation of any sort of updates, they haven't been dropping any sneaks or anything like that, primarily because they don't want to get our hopes up and release a release date which they can't follow, which has been a big issue with the development team because they were dropping update times that they never actually did because of the bugs that they ended up experiencing. But today we actually got an official announcement by Derick at about 2 p.m. on Wednesday, and they announced update 12 officially, and they didn't give us an exact time, but they said that it would be on the weekend, and in about 2 days from now we will see the official announcement of the release date for the update. Apparently Derick did a stream like an hour before that where he talked about everything, and they also had a little code that you could have redeemed, but unfortunately that is no longer available at the time of recording. But now we have an official confirmation of when the next update of Anime Champions will be dropping. It's actually been over a month since the last update, guys. If you look here, you can see that update 11 dropped on January 2nd of 2024, aka over a month ago at the start of the new year. So they've had over a month to develop this update. People were saying that they abandoned the game and all that stuff, but according to Derick, they've been working to get a better dev team. So hopefully we will be able to expect more frequent updates with better content. But here down the line, we can also see that he apologized for the lack of communication and said they took a break over Christmas, but they are all back to work and the updates are going to resume as usual, which should be every 2 to 3 weeks, I believe. As I said earlier, they hired new devs and that they restructured their order of development, so now there's going to be no more delays or drop communication. And it says here they plan to return to a 3-week update schedule, and if things go smoothly, they may even be able to move to a 2-week schedule after a few months. And you know, they're obviously excited for the game going forward. So yeah, obviously very interesting news if you guys choose to believe them or not, because obviously they have promised things in the past but they never actually came through with them. But personally, as a content creator for the game, I am inclined to believe them and be hopeful for the future updates of the game. It has been in a pretty bad state lately, so hopefully they are able to bring it back. I don't know how many players it's going to be able to pull on updates anymore, because obviously a majority of the player base has left and will never come back, but I will still expect around 5 to 10,000 players on update, and I am hoping that it will at least hover around 5,000 players after that until the next update, because obviously they might abandon the game if the game does not get enough players over time. So we have to hope that they at least get some player base so they don't lose interest in the game. But that's enough about the actual update itself. Let's go ahead and talk about what's going to be inside of update 12. So moving down here, we can see that there is some stuff they leaked that will be inside update 12. So obviously, as a given, there's going to be a new world, some new champions, as well as more quests and a new raid. And they gave us a little teaser here where they say, in a world of gates and monsters, you're the only one who can level up. Are you strong enough to protect leveling city? Now, if you can't understand what that reference is going to be, I will show you guys an image in a few minutes here of obviously what the new icon of the game is probably going to be and the new obvious main character. But yeah, it's going to be a very popular new anime that was actually released in 2024, I believe. It's one of the biggest, I don't know the word, I believe it's called a manhwa novel, but it is an anime based on that. Obviously a very big market right now, and a lot of games are trying to capitalize on that. But moving on from that, we are going to be receiving a new dungeon as well with more repeatable content, and they gave us another teaser here which says, and I quote, "They say there's a new dungeon that's bigger and harder than ever before. What could lie within its depths?" So obviously they're referring to a brand new dungeon. As you guys know, last update they released a dungeon system and the Sword Art Online world, but a lot of people were disappointed. You know, it was pretty easy to clear and most players got it done within the first day or within the first week. So now they're adding a brand new dungeon that is more repeatable, and apparently it's even more difficult and bigger than before. So for endgame players, that is going to be something to look forward to. And now for the most important part part of the update. There's going to be a brand new mechanic, guys, and that is going to be runes. A lot of you guys have been speculating about this. I've seen in the Discord server that people were talking about how runes would be a cool addition to the game. Well, apparently they listened. If you guys want to go ahead and find out all of these leaks and see these announcements for yourself, then you guys can join their community Discord server, which will be linked in the description below. But let's go back to the message here, and it says that we will be able to collect and upgrade runes to improve your champions and reach greater heights. This is very interesting because currently there is a meta which is a boxer and a mage build, so I'm very interested to see what runes will end up doing to the meta. I have no idea if it's going to actually boost the new metas or if it's going to create a completely different new one, so I guess we'll have to wait until this update drops over the weekend and see how it ends up doing. Aside from that, we can see that they're going to be doing more bug fixes, balance changes, and more. So obviously, you know, there are a lot of bugs in the game, so they're going to be working on more of those, which is pretty obvious, and they're going to be doing balance changes, so this might also change the meta. I guess we will have to wait and see. I would like for them to add some more quality of life changes to this update. For example, multi-deconstruct. I'm sure we can all agree that deconstructing 700 units by hand is pretty tedious and annoying to do, and that has been requested by the player base for a long time, so hopefully that is coming soon. And here below the message, you guys can see an image of the brand new fighter of the new anime that's going to be introduced. And if you guys have no idea who this is actually Sung Jin Woo from the anime Solo Leveling. It's been pretty mainstream in media for the past couple months because it is one of the biggest manhwas in the world, you know, so that has obviously gotten a lot of players hyped who are ready to see their favorite anime protagonist in the game. But besides from the actual anime itself, I want to talk about the future of the channel, guys. So I know a lot of you came here for Anime Champion Simulator, and don't get me wrong, I'm going to continue to upload every single update and upload as much content as I can for you guys in this game. But with these 3-week upload schedules to over a month, there is not a month's worth of content that I can make from one update, really, unless you guys of course give me ideas. But you know, I am loyal and very thankful to all of you guys who came from Anime Champions content, and I'm going to continue to provide that service for you all. But obviously I do want to branch out a little bit to be able to give myself more room to make content. So previously, a couple days ago, I released a video showcasing the new game Anime Clash, which is going to be a new like sort of tower defense, but not really. It's more of a wave defense game, but I'm going to start uploading on that when it releases as well. I have no idea if I'm going to make it my primary game yet, but there are a few games that I have in mind to start uploading here. Of course, I am going to upload Anime Champions content when I can, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I am probably going to be branching out. Originally, I wanted to do only Anime Champions, but obviously the update schedule has changed, and that is exceedingly more difficult to do with every update. So yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick update about the future of the channel as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you guys excited for this update? Do you guys think it'll even revive the game even a little bit just to what it was in its former glory? Personally, I do not think it's going to revive the game that much, but I don't think that really matters. Obviously, the people who are still playing are pretty dedicated, so they will continue to play the game basically no matter what. But yeah, that's about it for the video. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it off here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.